Hey, it's Waneeda Wrestling, y'all. How's it going, guys? Hope you all are doing amazing. So, you guys, I could not wait to do another Wrassle Talk because if you guys haven't watched, holy moly, it was quite a Raw yesterday. And if for whatever reason you guys have not watched Raw, this is your opportunity right now to go ahead, pause, go watch, and come back because I am going to talk definitely major spoiler that happened on Monday Night Raw, okay? So I'm gonna give you this opportunity because I'm gonna start talking in 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, you guys. John Cena, you guys. What in the heck? You guys, after 25 years, this is the longest relationship I've ever had in my life. And he goes and he breaks up with me. Not just me, but everyone, you guys. Oh my gosh. I don't know about you guys, but like I was really in my feelings, but not in the way that you guys may think, okay? Because I don't know, like I heard what he had to say and I ended up having to go back and rewatch it, and me being, the analyzer because again, I just had to try to make sense of what it is that he came out and hit us all with. And you know what, guys? I don't know. I want you to give me your take, your thoughts, but this is my takeaway from John Cena's promo yesterday on Raw. Now, seeing him come out like upset, looking angry, looking like he just didn't want to be there, like no enthusiasm, like nothing. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Who is this? And I'm like, where's heel John Cena? Like, where's his new entrance music? Like, where's his new gear, his new look? Like, so, but I was like, you know what? Let him, gonna wait for him to get into the ring because I want to hear what he has to say because I need an explanation. I need to know why he did what he did at Elimination Chamber. Like what possessed him? Like what did Dwayne say to him? Like how did he brainwash him? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. So he gets there. And you know what? One of my takeaways was from the promo that he dropped. Like I really felt like he literally had like 25 years worth of things that he wanted to say to each and every single fan that he has ever encountered during this duration of his career, you guys. Because he just laid it on thick and smacked us around with it, you guys. But as I was listening and again taking in what he was saying, there was actually a part of me that I felt that he was actually directing it to someone in particular. And again, it may not even be who you guys think or assume, but it was this particular part where he had mentioned along the lines of, he's been in a abusive or, toxic relationship, for a very long time. And that like he's being used or he has been used, like, that he was a puppet and like, you know, he was doing everything that he could do to try to please us and try to make us happy, but like, you know, we didn't appreciate it. It wasn't good enough. Low key, you guys, I felt, yes, he was talking to us, but part of me was like, are you talking to Vince here? Like, is this like stuff that you've wanted to potentially maybe say to Vince McMahon? Because let's not even try to pretend, you guys. John Cena was literally Vince McMahon's guy. Okay, I think the last guy that Vince McMahon had before him was Hulk Hogan. All right, and that was a very, very long relationship that Hogan had with Hulk Hogan. And what did Hulk Hogan end up doing? He ended up turning into a heel. He ended up turning into a bad guy. He ended up turning his back on all of the fans. And how they say, go to business for yourself. And you know what? Like, I got that vibe from John Cena. But like I said, I felt as though, like, again, he was unloading like so much of what, like I said, he had been feeling and thinking throughout his whole career. And I think, you know, yesterday was the beginning of him beginning to unload all of that. And, you know, there is one thing that he said, and it did strike me, is that, like, you know, when he was talking about, you know, him breaking up with us and, you know, him saying that, you know, he doesn't need us anymore. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that struck me a little bit, okay? Because I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you know, but then on the flip side of that, you know, he's right. I mean, you know what? I'm not sure at what point he actually made the successful transition. To me personally, I want to say it's when he jumped into the Fast and the Furious franchise that he actually crossed over and actually became a movie star, at least for me. And touching on that a little bit and then tying that into what he has going on right now in WWE, when I saw Fast and the Furious 9 specifically, like I said, I went in there because I had heard that he was supposed to be a bad guy in that movie. And you know what? He definitely was. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, oh my gosh, I fell so head over heels over that version of John Cena, you guys. I mean, he played that role with perfection. Okay, it was so beautiful. And you know, if you haven't seen the whole, you know, franchise or whichever, spoilers, 3, 2, 1, you know, he ends up, you know, redeeming himself and ends up, you know, joining his brother and becoming a good guy. So him starting off as a bad guy and then gradually, you know, ends up becoming a good guy by, you know, reconciling with his family and stuff. So I can't help but to kind of see that a little bit parallel here, you know, with what happened on Monday Night Raw yesterday. And, you know, there were so many different elements, you know, again, to his promo, to what he was saying, you know, what he was trying to communicate, you know, to us all. And I mean, there was a certain part too, I even like put a post on it here on my channel, you know, where he legit was giving me Willy Wonka vibes. Like, you know, where he's like, hey, you know, you get nothing. Like, you know, like you, I mean, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what do you mean? Like, we're not getting heel John Cena, we're not getting cool heel merch. What are you talking about? it totally made me think of Willy Wonka, and where, Charlie is thinking, oh, like he won, he's gonna get all the lifetime supply of chocolate, and then Willy Wonka literally goes off on Charlie and yells at him and tells him he's not getting nothing because he went and snuck in some like fizzy drink and stuff, him and his grandpa, and he broke the rules, so because of that he's not getting anything. And you literally see the look on Charlie's face, like that he is heartbroken. Okay, and you cannot tell me, guys, people, the millions of people that were watching Raw yesterday, whether it's adults, whether it was children, I know for darn certain there were people young and old that literally had that expression of like Charlie, of like literally pure heartbreak. And as a matter of fact, on Raw, they show this little boy. I don't know if he was, a legitimate fan or he was, perfectly placed there. But, here you have this adorable little boy. He's got the whole, hat on and shirt on and, everything just, standing there, waiting to see John Cena, waiting to hear what he has. And he's literally screaming and like saying that, that we're toxic and that we're all these other things. And look, don't get me wrong. I will be the first one to say, us wrestling fans, we're not all, sunshine and rainbows. There are some a little bit more different than others, you know what I mean? But oh my gosh, you guys, he literally just ripped it in. And I was just like, oh my gosh. But then I started thinking, and I'm like, hearing all these people boo him, you guys, like legitimately boo him. And I remember during the 2010s and stuff, he was getting booed left and right. People were just tired of John Cena. And you know what? No matter what, each week he was there waving his little hat, putting on a show, trying to give the people what they want, and still constant booing, telling him he sucks, all of that. And now, I keep wanting to say last night, yesterday, there he was. And again, the John Cena sucks chants came back. The booing. Dude, there was a freaking fan that had a freaking sign that said, "Die, Cena, die." Oh my gosh, you guys. And the thing is that gets to me, and I guess for me, because like I said, I literally have followed his career from like the very beginning. Like, to me, like, I'm a boatload of emotions and stuff. But even with him saying all of that, even though he poured into everyone, he, whatever, I can't honestly say that I'm mad at him, because again, for a long period of time, again, people were hating on him. People were tired of him. People couldn't stand him. And you know what? I bet a year, maybe 2 years from now, people are going to be like, dang, he really was the greatest of all time. Dang, I wish I could see John Cena wrestle one more time. And you know what, guys? It's going to be too late. Because he said that at the end of this year, he's hanging up the boots forever. And you know what? I believe him. Because like he said, he doesn't need us anymore. And the little kid in me, guys, that hurts. That hurts. But you know what? Got to move on. Got to move on. And for me, no matter what, whether he curses us out, whether he says that we're horrible fans, all that, no matter what, I am still going to cheer for him. I am still going to root for him. I am still going to try to see him at as many shows as I possibly can this year, because you know what? Growing up, I didn't have the opportunity to go see him. I didn't have, the means. We, didn't have a lot of money growing up and stuff. So a lot of the, shows and matches and things that I wanted to go, that I had wished I could go, I wasn't able to because, couldn't afford it. So now, regardless of, again, whether he's a good guy, whether he's a bad guy, or just a regular human being, for me, I'm going to go ahead and just stay on this ride until it's time to get off forever. And that's that. And part of me has to wonder, which I know, he's canceled for some people and whatever, but I wonder how Vince McMahon feels about all of this with regards to John Cena, because Vince McMahon was super, and I mean super protective over John Cena. He had so many freaking rules for John. It was crazy. There was one actual thing that I had heard on Chris Van Vliet's podcast when he was interviewing AJ Styles. And he talks about that brief feud that he had with John Cena. And, he had pitched and had asked if he could have shirts made that said, beat up John Cena. And Vince McMahon shut that down. He was not having it. And there was some other, stories and stuff that were, told about where, John was prohibited to hang around or to be with Ric Flair because of his reputation, because of how he was. So like I said, now John being out the way he is, I can't help but to think, is he going through his feelings? I mean, is he actually, on the phone with John, talking to him, being like, whoa, what the heck, I don't know. I mean, because again, he bred him, he grew him, he bred him to be the biggest, most successful WWE superstar, of this era, of this generation, because like I said, the last one that he had was Hulk Hogan. So, but yeah, I've thought about that too, and I'm just like, man, I mean, that's his baby boy, or was his baby boy. I don't know. But yeah, so, oh, you know what? There was one other thing I wanted to touch on, because again, I had to jump on here to chat, because again, I just, seeing John come out, that just kind of again, knocked me for a loop, you guys. And it actually ties in with WrestleMania, because today the tickets went on sale for meet and greets during WrestleMania week. And people were talking about how freaking expensive the meet and greets, are this year. And I have to tell you guys, as far as pricing and all of that, one of the things that has been in the back of my mind, and I have been just thinking about, and where WWE's direction is going, is with all the expensive pricing for tickets for shows, and like I said, the meet and greets. I mean, it is getting ridiculous how expensive these tickets are. We are literally looking at Super Bowl pricing now. I mean, it's not quite there yet, but it's pretty darn close, you guys. And the thing is that I see what WWE is trying to do, or I should say TKO, because TKO owns WWE. They're trying to make WrestleMania like the Super Bowl, and where it's star-studded, it's celebrities, it's, I mean, this big old massive event, that's once a year, and all of this jazz. But the thing is that when it comes to professional wrestling, it is currently dominated by actual wrestling fans, like die-hard wrestling fans that have grown up with it, that their parents have grown up with it. It's something that has been carried on, through the years. And the thing is that there's not a lot of celebrities per se that are really into wrestling and stuff to where they make a whole, weekend of it, where, there's paparazzi all over the place. It's not at that level. Okay, and WWE is trying to make it that way by them casually saying, oh, this, movie star is here, or this TV actor here, this rapper, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but the thing is that wrestling is not for them. They don't care about it the way we as wrestling fans care about it. And the thing that I think they're going to realize that at some point, it's going to go down, viewership and fandom. Because the thing is that they're trying to market these celebrities, these stars, these musicians, all these other people, to get it to be, a extravaganza, again, Super Bowl type of thing. But again, like I said, there's not enough celebrity, there's not enough, that type of people that are into wrestling and that are hardcore like we are. Okay, we are like diehard 365 days a year. NFL is seasonal. WWE is year-round. Wrestling is year-round. There's no stopping it. And again, it's these hardcore fans like us that keep that ship going. And if WWE continues to raise these prices, make it to where us normal fans are not able to reach those, tickets to go to these shows, it's going to gradually start to drop. And you know what? Because I guarantee you, there's been going to be now 41 WrestleManias. 41, that means at least 41 years, okay? And it still has not converted into this mecca of like stars and musicians and halftime shows and all this. It's been primarily wrestling fans, primarily wrestling. So if WWE doesn't get their act together, they're going to lose their core audience. They're going to lose the people that have made it successful over the past 30, 40 years. So they really need to reevaluate who it is that they're trying to target. Okay, because again, your average normal fan like us, we don't have the ability to pay $10, $15, $20,000 for a ringside seat. It's not feasible. Heck, there's tickets now that are in the upper section for over $1,000. $1,000. And you got these high-rise seats also. $800, $900, $1,000. For that price, you might as well stay home because you're going to be up in the sky, not be able to see anything, not really get to take in that experience. But I don't know. Maybe that's just that's the way things are going to be from now on. I don't know. But I know for me, like I said, I finally got to fulfill my childhood dream to sit ringside last year at WrestleMania. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was a pretty freaking penny, okay? Like arm and a leg. But I had said to myself, look, if I don't do this now, if I don't take this opportunity now, I know the following year, meaning this year, I said it's going to be a lot more farther for me to reach. So if I don't do it, I'm probably not going to get the opportunity to do it in the future unless I legitimately do win the lottery. Okay. And so again, for me, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it. And I am so glad that I did, because the seat that I had last year, the same exact seat for this year, it's $5,000 more, okay? More than what I spent the previous year, you guys. So needless to say, yeah, I'm not going to be on the floor this year. And you know what? Realistically, I probably could be on the floor, but you know what? Then that means I'm just not going to be able to go to any more shows the remainder of the year. And like I said, I want to ride that John Cena train, okay, until it comes to a stop, you know. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Are any of you guys going to WrestleMania? Are there particular shows that you're going to be attending? Are you going to go to, you know, one night versus the other? Are you going to go to Vegas and just, you know, party it up and, you know, go catch it at a watch party? I don't know. Drop me your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about John Cena's promo, his heel run right now. And like I said, you know, your thoughts on this whole, you know, money crazy TKO company that we have running WWE. I don't know. Do you think they're going to go ahead and like hear our, you know, our comments, you know, hear us out and be like, hey, let's cool it. Let's cool it with these prices. Or is it just going to keep going up and making it that much farther for us to reach? I sure hope not. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to jump on here, like I said, and, you know, just talk about just, again, all of the emotions, like everything, like I said, that went down yesterday with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Man, good looking out to Cody over there, again, holding his ground and stuff, and, you know, being like, look, I ain't afraid of you. Got all up in his face and stuff. But you know what? I can't wait to see when they actually get to have an exchange of words, where they actually get to go back and forth. Oh my gosh. I'm waiting for that so bad, because I know how good they both are. Do you think they're going to actually allow them to do that? Or do you think there's going to be kind of like what we got yesterday and just leading us up to Mania? I don't know. We'll see. But yes, okay, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, and all that jazz, okay? Thank you guys so much for the support, okay? I will catch you guys next time. And remember, guys, wrestling is life. Bye.